and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 3 of my best tips for tomorrow's racing, where I'm going to be focusing on the action at Kempton. Now, before we get into that, I just want to go through a few things with you first of all. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out the latest Happy Valley preview, where I collaborate now these days on Shireen Wu's YouTube channel. We go through the card every Wednesday for Happy Valley, going through some of the races there. We've had quite a few successes already since I've been doing it with her back in December. We've had a few good weeks. I found some decent winners over there, and if you want to watch that preview, there'll be a link to it in the description box below. Also as well, quickly just want to recap on how our selections performed today. In the end, it wasn't a bad day for us as we came out with a winning nap at Wolverhampton. Horn of Plenty got the job done for us as David Probert gave the filly a really lovely ride for Andrew Bolden. Was out the back for the majority of the way and then didn't panic, was always hopeful the gaps were going to open up, and then got the split and then ran on really well, just chasing down my girl Maggie, who was a previous winning nap for us on her last start. So yeah, not a bad selection there. Came out with a 7-2 nap winner. Our other selections were a little bit disappointing. In fact, actually we only had one other selection run for us. That was Kang Shamir, as Expensive Soy was very disappointing from the start for Jean-Claude Rouget and was always up against it, so that was frustrating there. And the only other tip we had today was going to run it down Royal, but they abandoned their meeting due to the weather. So if you backed my extra tip, Envoy Para G, you would have got your money back. That's really frustrating, that one, because I so want that horse to run. I think it's a really well handicapped horse, so we'll have to wait to see that one out again. So yeah, all in all, not a bad day for us today, and hopefully we can find some more winners tomorrow. Now, I'm going to be focusing my attentions to Kempton with my tips for tomorrow's racing, which comes on the evening card, and we're going to be going with my nap for the first tip a bit later than we normally tip, at 5:45 to kick things off at Kempton. But this is where my nap's going to come from, and that's Embrace the Moment for William Carver, claiming 5, and he's riding for Ian Williams in the Midland Park colours. Now, you can currently back this horse at the time of recording at 4-1, and I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet here. Now, this horse I thought was quite eye-catching last time out when finishing 5th at Kempton. Holly Doyle was aboard that day, and she didn't get the clearest of passages on this horse in the home straight. It was a bit of a squeeze, you know, when the race was unfolding, and it didn't help this filly. But in the end, I still think she ran a credible race to finish in 5th. Now, that was over a slightly longer trip, over 1 mile and 3 furlongs with a bit of an extended yardage, and she just didn't quite seem to see it out. So dropping back down in trip to 10 furlongs tomorrow is really going to suit her. In fact, actually, this horse, last time she won, it came over 10 furlongs this trip at Pontefract, so that's a good move. The handicapper as well has actually dropped her £1 for that race, down to a mark of 68, which is only £1 below her win at Pontefract, so she's quite nicely treated. And with the £5 of William Carver, it's really going to suit. I think running again against her own sex, that's going to suit as well. This is a filly's handicap. I know the danger on paper is the John Gosden filly, which has got that exciting Benoit de la Sayette, I think that's his name, for John Gosden. He looks a really good £7 claim, and that definitely is the danger, but I'm not sure about the trip for her. And I think Embrace the Moment, like I said, running in this smaller field with the yard going well as well. Ian Williams' team haven't been going too badly. I just think the mark and the trip are really right for her, and I think the time's going to come where she can get her hair back in front. And I think at 4-1, that's a good price there. And I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet as my nap of the day. We then go to the next best, which runs in the 6:20 at Kempton with a horse called Win Power for Thorham Hansen, claiming 3, riding for Richard Hannon in the colours of King Power Racing. Now, you can currently back this horse at the current time of recording at 7-2, and I'm going to recommend a 1-point win bet here. Now, this horse was a really convincing winner last time out at Chelmsford, where Making Alwyn was eased down in the closing stages. Will have to carry a £5 penalty for that win, but I think this horse will take the beating in this race personally. It's got a really good draw to attack as well from stall 2, so if they can get a good start from the get-go, they might just have an easy lead up in front and have too much for the field. And this horse, if you actually look at it by King Power, you would have thought it would have gone on to bigger and better things, but there's a couple of horses that haven't been straightforward with them. And a horse of Rafe Beckett's called Fox GT3, similar kind of type, you know, had a few quirks in their younger days, but seemed to really be getting the hang of things now. And I could see this one going on a bit of a run, and I think he could maybe in time be an 80+ rated horse. So Win Power, I think he'll take all the beating in that race tomorrow, and I think he'll get another win under his belt and defy the penalty. So that's going to be my next best in the 620 at Kempton. We then go to the long shot of the day, which runs in the 750 with a horse called Miss Thoughtful for Laura Pearson, claiming 5, and she's riding for Luke McJannet. And this horse at the current time of recording is 14-1, and I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection here. Now this horse made its stable debut at Lingfield last time out and did finish 9th of 9th. However, I think the horse really badly needed the run and actually ran quite well for a long way, but just blew up in the closing stages. But to be fair, that race wasn't too bad. You had Swiss Pride in there, Roger Tills, come out and boost the form on his next start to win at Lingfield. So the form doesn't look too bad there. And also as well, the return to Kempton doesn't look a particularly bad move as well. Was a course and distance winner when previously trained by Jamie Osborne, and I think the return here is a good move. Also as well is off a fairly good mark, off a mark of 68, and that's only £1 higher for when they won off the course and distance last year. So there's lots to like about the chances of Miss Thoughtful tomorrow. Got not a bad draw as well towards the inside, so that's going to help. And with the application of cheek pieces, that's an interesting move. They put blinkers on her first time out, but they're going to take them off and put cheek pieces on. I think that might just help. And Luke McJanet's stable as well, they're quite a small operation, but they did have a winner in the last couple of weeks. So the yard aren't going too badly, and I think with the £5 claim of Laura Pearson, that's going to help as well. And I think going back against her own sex, this horse, Miss Thoughtful, the filly's handicap, is another positive move. So I think she'll strip fitter for that run. I should have said as well, actually, on her second start last year, she ran her best start of the summer after a break, so she tends to go well after a run. I just think she would have needed that run, and I think she'll be spot on for tomorrow. And I think she can run a big race at a price, so that's why she's going to be my long shot of the day. That's Miss Thoughtful, 14-1, 0.5 each way. So quickly then, just go through the runners. My selections for tomorrow in the 5:45 at Kempton is the nap of the day. Embrace the moment, 4-1, 1 point win only bet. In the 6:20 at Kempton is Win Power, 7-2, 1 point win only bet. And then in the 7:50 at Kempton is Miss Thoughtful, 14-1, 0.5 each way bet. So yeah, they're the 3 tips for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe here to my YouTube channel at Lucky Loaders 15. Also as well, if you want to follow me on social media, it's the best place to do so is going to be on Twitter, where my handle is at Lucky Loader 15. And if you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please game responsibly. Hopefully we can have some more winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.